It is summertime in Farmers Branch, and the weather is as hot as the commercial deals are this time of year. Hi everyone, I'm Tom Bryson with your Farmers Branch Economic Development Update for the second quarter of calendar year 2016. Today we're here at a site that sees the veritable grassroots of economic development every weekend. Since opening in May, the Farmers Branch Market has proved to be one of the most popular farmers markets in the area, with fresh produce, arts and crafts, and other specialty items. Likewise, it is the only farmers market in the DFW area adjacent to a DART rail station. We've got a lot to talk about this quarter, and we're going to spend some specific time talking about accomplishments at Farmers Branch Hotels. That is a sector of the business community you might not always think about. Even though 7-Eleven decided to locate their new campus a few miles west of the city, the Farmers Branch tourism staff didn't let that get in the way of landing the 7-Eleven travel business at the nearby Omni Park West Hotel, which propels that property to the upper levels of expected sales. Gayla Geis tells us that the contract has made the Omni Park West one of the top performing hotels in the franchise.
In working with the City of Farmers Branch Economic Development, we worked closely with Ann Stokes and Allison Cook, who were instrumental in getting us connected with the right people at 7-Eleven. In doing that, we were able to secure 7,000 room nights for 2016 for the Omni Dallas Hotel at Park West. What made it so special is that they were able to get us meetings with the key stakeholders there that were meetings that were impossible for us to get ourselves. Part of what was key in winning that business was a Twitter campaign that Allison Cook had come up with to be able to wow the customer and really win the 7-Eleven business. And that was really the difference maker and why Farmers Branch got that business and we ultimately won that business versus Irving and the Irving hotels. And that business this year will end up being over $500,000 for us. 7-Eleven has much more than 7,000 rooms of training business. It's going to be huge for the City of Farmers Branch. Those people work and will end up ultimately living and staying in our community and using all of our restaurants, our stores, all of our retail outlets, so it will be a win for all of us here in Farmers Branch.
Similarly, the Wyndham Garden Inn accommodates Southwest Airlines employees who come into the area for training. After someone took advantage of the situation to break into Southwest employees' rooms, Wyndham General Manager Zach Warren said his staff worked diligently with the Farmers Branch tourism staff and Farmers Branch police to resolve the situation, satisfy the customers, and retain the business.
In December of 2015, the Wyndham Garden secured a contract with Southwest Airlines for $1.6 million in revenue, which is about $100,000 in tax revenue for the City of Farmers Branch. The first week into our new contract, professional burglars hit our hotel and broke into 3 of our Southwest Airlines flight attendants' rooms and stole almost all of their valuables, including one of their cars. We were on the brink of losing the contract. 1 week into it, they're getting ready to leave. I have flight attendants running around my hotel saying they've got to get us out of here. We're up here 24 hours a day trying to calm them down. I called John Lane in the city manager's office. He jumped right into action for me. I mean, he came up here, he was up here that afternoon at 5 o'clock when that bus pulled in with the police department, letting the flight attendants know that we're staying at our hotel, that Farmers Branch is gonna take care of it. It was 3 days later, I got an email from the chief of police of Farmers Branch telling me that the burglars had been caught. The lady got her car back, she got a lot of her valuables back, but on top of that, Farmers Branch went above and beyond. They went out and bought these 3 ladies care packages with fingernail polish, makeup, costume jewelry, a little bit of food and snacks for them. They were here for 7 weeks, and just let them know that, you know, yes, this is a hotel problem, but it's a city problem, and the city's got my back. Next year, looking at, it could be over a $2 million contract with them, all because of our partnership with Farmers Branch and with Southwest Airlines, combining that together.
In other economic development news this quarter, Farmers Branch got a huge boost when the Qorvo Corporation purchased the vacant 26-acre Maxim site in May. Based in North Carolina, Qorvo will expand their semiconductor operations with the purchase of this campus. They manufacture chip technology for cell phones and for the defense industry. The Economic Development Department worked with the seller's real estate firm after Maxim announced their intentions to sell the campus last year. Corvo will bring 50 employees to the new campus in their first year, doubling that in year 2. Their capital investment will be $75 million in renovations, $55 million in business personal property in their first year, expected to grow to $185 million by year 6. Corvo will also be the city's largest water customer with a minimum usage of 75 million gallons annually. Good news from the blogosphere. The popular and well-read real estate blog Candy's Dirt has featured Farmers Branch headlines on a couple of occasions recently. In May, the blog featured a story about the vibrant revitalization of this first-ring suburb. More recently, Candy's Dirt praised the architecture and innovation of the Brickyard multifamily development now open on the west side of the city. Best Cheer Stone has purchased the property at 2020 Valley View Lane and will bring granite countertops and cabinets to homeowners and builders alike. Currently located in California, the Valley View location will represent their introduction to Texas markets. Fizey Rugs has purchased the former IBM call center building at 13800 Diplomat Drive. The international rug distributor will maintain their presence on Stemmons Freeway in Dallas, but will expand their operations in Farmers Branch. The tourism department treated the volunteer hospitality team to an evening of dinner and the theater as a small token of their appreciation for their work throughout the year. The event started at Victoria's for dinner, followed by front row seats to the Firehouse Theater's presentation of The Fantastics. The Farmers Branch Chamber of Commerce held their annual Evening of Excellence Gala in April, recognizing a number of businesses for their contributions to the city. Big Game Football received the award for Best Small Business of the Year after their relocation from Frisco to Farmers Branch. BSN Sports was named Best Large Business of the Year after surprising their employees with 2 times their annual salary in bonuses after a record year of sales. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing received Best Relocation after completion of their 30,000 square foot new regional offices in the Valwood area. Continuing to demonstrate their track record for success and leadership in their field, Allison Cook and the economic development team landed on the Dallas Business Journal's list of top 10 economic development agencies in the area for the 4th year in a row. The Farmers Branch team placed number 4 on this year's list behind only Frisco, Arlington, and Fort Worth. Rounding out the top 10 were Garland, Plano, Richardson, Irving, Dallas, and Little Elm. Finally, back here at the Omni Park West. The staff here did not want us to publicize this, but we think it's important for you to know. Dallas Police Sergeant Michael Smith and his family had close ties to the Farmers Branch community. Following Sergeant Smith's death in the July 7th sniper attack in downtown Dallas, Ann Stokes of the Farmers Branch Tourism Department reached out to the Omni Park West, who stepped up as a corporate citizen and donated a number of rooms without cost for use by members of Sergeant Smith's family, as well as out-of-town law enforcement that came to Farmers Branch for the funeral. That vividly demonstrates the character of this community. And that will do it for the Farmers Branch Economic Development Update for the second quarter of 2016. Your Farmers Branch Economic Development team continues to work hard every day to attract new businesses to Farmers Branch and make sure existing businesses stay here. We'll be back in the fall with a look at the third quarter activity as the phone continues to ring here in Farmers Branch. For everyone here at the City of Farmers Branch, I'm Tom Bryson. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.